Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Rakwakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone, and shalom to the mighty YAHAWAH who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawah coming at you with no lesson. I just want to talk about a quick lesson on doing something just because you love the Lord. All right. Now, John 14:15, I believe, it says, "If ye love me, keep my commandments." All right. The Lord wants us to show our love for Him through our actions. And contrary to popular belief, love isn't just saying, "Oh, I love Yahawah, or I proclaim that I believe, I'm a believer," or "I love this," just stating it. But well, yes, there is a time and a place where that has its purpose, as well as it is a display in true love, of course. But that in and of itself is not enough, as in reference to John chapter 2, all right, where it's talking about faith without works is dead. Okay, you can't just say, "Oh, I believe," okay, because again, and in that same chapter, it even says, "You say you believe," okay. Does that just mean that means you do that means you do good? Sluggy, I'm roughly paraphrasing, but you say you believe, does that mean you do good? But the devils also believe. Does that also mean that the devils are good as well? Obviously not. Okay, that's a rhetorical question. We all know that the devils are wicked. The devils are evil, but the devils also believe. So does that mean that your entire faith is all based around the exact same faith of demons? The fact that the demons also know and believe that Yahawadah exists. So that means that you and devils are on the same level. All right. So that's basically how just saying you believe, just say, "Oh, I believe," or just say, "Oh, I love the Lord," like that's not enough. Okay, it's more. It takes more. I was about to say cost. It doesn't. Well, I mean, yes, it might cost something. Okay, your free time. You might not be able to spend as much time doing whatever the frick you want to do. All right, you might have to, invest some time, in studying. Invest some time in, literally anything. Just as you would in any kind of relationship, all right, where you say, "Okay, you know what, I love the Lord. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z for the Lord. All right, I'm gonna show my dedication. I'm gonna show my dedication and whatnot. All right, that's where That's where the true love comes into play. That's where the true love comes into play. You actively going out to say, like, "Hey, I love the Lord. I feel this way," and whatnot. All right, not just saying it, but also demonstrating the actions. An example would be, say for example, you have free time. You just got off work and whatnot, and you want to go play some video games. I always go back to this, because that's something that I do myself. Okay, whenever I have free time, I like to play video games, and it's not a sin to play video games. Okay, it's not a sin to have hobbies. As a matter of fact, you are allowed to have hobbies. You're allowed to take some time to yourself. All right, because you don't want to burn out on this truth. You don't want to just say, "Okay, you know what? I'm gonna spend every waking moment. Okay, I'm just gonna only focus on the truth and whatnot." Okay, when even for things that people are very devoted to and very locked in on, they burn out on stuff like gamers. What the fuck was that? Basically, gamers, they burn out on certain games as well. Like there have been times when I just feel like, "Okay, you know what? basically did everything that I wanted to do on this game. So I was like, okay, well, this game just is worthless to me. I don't have any reason to keep on playing it. All right, I don't want to play this thing anymore. Like I'm done. I did everything. Instead of making extending it, expanding upon it, making that love last longer, rather than just pushing through and say, okay, you know what, I'm just gonna get in, finish everything, get it all done now, all in one sitting, all in one day, or all in 1 week, or whatever. All right, which even then, for the scriptures, it's never that simple. It's never, oh yeah, I'm just gonna learn it all in 1 day, 1 sitting, whatnot. Okay, because there's so many mysteries in the scriptures. All right, that is I forgot what I was gonna do, but there were so many missing things in the scriptures that goes to show, like you might miss something at the after reading it the first time, and that's something that I've seen multiple times. I read the Bible one whole go around. Then some brothers had shown me, oh hey, look at this. There is some stuff that you, or here they brought up a precept. All right, and I said, oh wow, I remember reading that, but I didn't even recognize that. All right, like an example of this is when Yahawah he told Moses, take off your shoes or take off your sandals and whatnot. You're in the presence of the Lord, and that's the thing where when you're praying, when you're in the presence of YAHAWASHI, or example praying, all right, then you should not be wearing shoes, and that's basically one thing that I just did not know of. But again, you're not going to be able to catch all these different things all at once. It's going to take some time of getting used to it, reading it through it again, familiarizing yourself, and that's the exact same thing with media in general, where with let's say a book or anything like that, you can see certain things in the story retrospectively. Okay, video games, movies, and stuff like that. You say, oh, so now I understand why this person did this. And now while I'm speaking on it, let me actually get some of the precepts that I was reading out, especially James, because James 2 James chapter 2 verse 17, even so faith, if it hath not works, is dead, being alone. Yea, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. Thou believest that there is one power. Thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble. All right, so basically, again, as I was saying, just because you say, oh yeah, I believe, that doesn't mean anything, because the devils also believe. Are you... Again, as I said before, is your faith tied to the exact same belief as a literal demon? You believe just in the Lord just as as a demon believes, so that means that you're doing good. So then by extension that also means that the devils are good. All right, this is how you have to really pay attention. Okay, because it's not just about saying you believe. You can't just say you believe and expect, oh yeah, the Lord's going to deal with me because all I do is believe, even though I sleep with my neighbor's wife, I smoke weed, slack it, but basically you get the point. I'm not going to get into the whole weed smoking thing, but you understand the main thing, all right? It's not just about saying you believe. It's about your actions as well. And in your actions, okay, when you say, okay, you know what, I know I only have 2 hours of free time or something like that left. Let me go spend an hour. Let me go spend the 2 hours. Let me go spend 30 minutes. Something to dedicate to Yahawah, Shai. Okay, And that's love, and honestly, that's real, genuine love, okay? To be able to do something that you don't want to, just to please the Lord. And that same thing applies to, just your normal everyday relationships, like with the family member, your brother, sister, your daughter, son, husband, wife, parents, whatever, okay? All these different relationships that you have, if you're the same way that you're able to say, okay, you know what, I don't want to do this, but my wife, she wants to go to some fucking dinner, all right? So let me go with her and let me, treat her to a dinner or date or whatever, okay? Or my husband wants me to make him some food instead of going outside. Let me do this. And again, you are going against, the fuck was that? You are going against what you want to do for someone that you love. And in that same token, you're doing it's the exact same application of love and dedication to YAHAWAH and His, to be able to say, to be able to deny yourself, okay? Matthew chapter 16 verse 24, then said Yahawadah unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. Okay, to be able to deny yourself. Okay, yeah, I want to play video games, but you say, okay, what? Forget my desire for a second. Let me go do something for the Lord first. Let me go pray. Let me go read a book, chapter, whatever. All right. And there were some brothers that did a great lesson. Okay, I was talking about basically get used to the mundane, get used to doing stuff that makes you uncomfortable. All right, and I really do like that video because it's a very good lesson in appreciating how you can do so much. You can be so great in in just simply trying to please the Lord. All right, that's basically my takeaway. In simple stuff like, oh yeah, you just reading a chapter at the very least, studying. Okay, because most people don't like that because it's not very mentally stimulating. I'm one of them. All right, but you do it just for the sake of the Lord. This is what the Lord wants, so I'm going to do it. All right. So with that, praise system was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto, I believe it was Yahawadah, YAHAWASHI, MANASSEH, give honor to the elders and apostles, great millstone, above all, and Shalom.